I ran through my photo library to do my annual cleanup, or I mean, when your iPhone bans you from taking more photos because you have exceeded your space limit. So that's when I came across all of my travel photos, and I was instantly taken back, and I cried a little for all of the good times that I didn't appreciate enough. I used to visit my friends in the US several times a year, and oh boy, we had so much fun. So the city I spent the most time in was New York City, and my best friend at the time, she moved to Manhattan to pursue her fashion degree, while I was just there to, support her studies, of course. Well, it's safe to say that we got sucked into the party scene. She started dating a promoter, and I was just there to party and have fun. We were known for, well, not known for, but how do I say this without sounding superficial or horrible? We looked like twins. We had the same look. We were both tall, blonde Norwegians, and this gave us access to all kinds of benefits, and I don't think I realized that at the time that our life was on easy mode. I never had to pay for food, drinks, Ubers, or even stay. Well, I stayed at my friend's apartment, so that's why I didn't have to pay for that. But yeah, I just had to show up looking pretty. So I quickly understood that the American party scene is all about money, looks, and social status. It is nothing like what I'm used to, because from where I'm from, it is not allowed to discriminate. So that means everyone gets in, but everyone has to pay their part. They have to pay for an entrance fee, wardrobe, and drinks, food, tables, But to every club that I've been to in the US, their business model is built completely different. Rich men basically pays for the pretty girls. And now you're like, ew, why would girls accept that? Let me explain. The girls aren't paid directly by the men who party with them. The way it works is that the club only allow men who pay an entrance fee at the door, or they have some sort of a social status which makes the girls want to be there. The girls would think it's boring and leave if there is only old rich men. And to attract the best looking girls, they give the girls a free club experience, or in some cases they pay for the really good looking ones. The girls' function is to be like an art gallery. They are a part of the club's image. The clubs knows that in order to satisfy their paying customers, they need to make sure that everything that they offer is high, consistent quality. But wait, I said girls get paid to party? Well, yeah, the clubs are fighting to get the best looking girls, and some girls would have actual rates to attend certain parties, but I think you had to be extremely desirable to pull that off. Usually it was only actual models that can do that, but that involves some risks because the agencies usually, they don't want you to be connected to the party scene, and that's totally understandable because your face is their client's advertisement. You can get in a lot of trouble for being associated with just partying and that kind of environment. I have never gotten paid for partying, so I'm not sure how it exactly works, but I have talked to a few girls that claim that partying was their side hustle, side income. Side hustle sounds so weird. I don't know. It just feels like not me saying that. Well, side income. Something I think most people don't know about the clubs, especially if you are one of those pretty girls, or if you're a girl in general, your life is just so easy compared to the guys, because for men, if you want to get in, you have to pay. Could be $500, or it could be all the way up to $1,000 just to get inside of the club. I think in most cases it is credit towards the bar, so that means you can spend it on drinks and stuff like that. That's a lot of money just to have fun for a night. And this brings me to the importance of promoters. Club promoters scouts for pretty girls. They have to bring X amount of girls each night, and each girl gets rated by the bouncers. without us ever knowing it, of course. So the prettier the girl are, the more commission the promoter get, and they look for girls everywhere, but the most common way to be contacted is through social media. They look for students or girls who are planning girls trip to New York City, but believe it or not, looks aren't everything. The girls need to actually have fun. I've seen this happen so many times that girls are getting kicked out just because they sit on their phone or because they look grumpy. So when you're going out with promoters, that's your team for the night. You are free to do whatever you want, but they would like to have you at the table. And don't get it twisted, you are not with those rich old dudes. They do not exist at those tables. Those tables are reserved for the promoters and the girls only. So yeah, I viewed it as our safe spot. We can get whatever we would like there. If you are hungry, they will bring food to the table. If you want a specific drink, they will make it for you. So yeah, I really enjoyed going out with the promoters because you felt like you were taken care of. And like I said, the girls are like the club's furniture or like an art gallery. We are just there to have fun and look good. Nothing else is required. Okay, so let's briefly talk about celebrities. So bumping into celebrities wasn't that rare. Some clubs were known for drawing in specific celebrities, but they were almost always at a different section of the club. They would always be guarded and they would always look bored. I don't know why. It just looked like they didn't want to even be there. And if you try to get even closer to them, their team will kick you out of the club just for that reason. So you shouldn't even bother. Just don't even consider it. They usually have one of their people scouting for girls to come to their table, and what I saw is like the celebrity wouldn't even talk to the people who were there. So I don't know, I just found the whole thing just so strange. So when is the best time to party in New York City? I would say that would be during weekdays and not weekends. This might make me sound like an alcoholic for saying that. Well, at least it would if I would say that here, because like nobody parties during weekdays. The reason is just because people who live there or people that I want to party with, which is other students, they usually don't have like a fixed schedule, and they would rather go out during weekdays because it was just less people. And yeah, during weekends it gets really packed. Like people from all over the city and outside of the city, they travel into New York City to party, and it's just get busy, loud, and like, yeah, we just didn't really like that. So we would usually end it at brunch and do something else for the rest of the evening and go back to partying when Monday hits. Let me try to explain why I think it's not that bad of a business model. Because for me, partying in New York City has been one of the best experiences I've ever had. That is simply because I have felt safe the entire time. And I know it sounds crazy because New York City, that's like such a big city and it could be dangerous. And yeah, I agree to that. I think I haven't been exposed to that part of the city. I think it is due to the fact that people have to pay a lot of money to get inside, so they don't want to behave badly because they don't want to be kicked out of the club for stupid reasons. So the men, they don't harass the girls, which is such a relief. And second, I think, well, I've never witnessed any kind of violence in New York City, which I would see occasionally in clubs in Norway. Could be just a coincidence, but yeah, I think it's just the fact that people don't get so drunk inside of the clubs. For the girls, we get the free drinks, so we were able to manage our drunkenness a lot better, while in Norway we have to pre-party to get to the we have to pre-party to get to the clubs because the drinks is so expensive. While in New York we would get to the clubs most of the times completely sober and start there. I think that's like a big factor to why you wouldn't see people like sloppy drunk that you would see in Norway, for example. Could be just because of the culture, because here is like kind of like the British people, like we get like blacked out drunk. Yeah, it's not cute. The experience in New York has been a lot better just because of safety and because of people just behaving a lot better. But I am in conflict with myself because I don't think it is okay that people that don't fit their standards is not allowed to get into the clubs. I think as long as you are behaving and just want to have a good time, you should be allowed to be there. Are you okay? Are you okay? I don't know what happened. It sounds like he has the flu. Like, he's like something here. Do you have something in your nose? What is it? Oh, you just want comfort, huh? It is so weird because I've never spoken English to him, and I'm kind of surprised that he's not like, what are you saying? Do I talk funny? Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes. Okay. Yes. If you want to know anything about party life in New York City, if you have any experiences as well, it could be bad or good ones, I would love to hear your stories too. So be sure to comment down below and let's just talk. Like, let's have a chat about it because I kind of miss it. It's like, it's been, I think the last time I was there is 2017. Okay, so I had to cut right here because I started acting like I was talking to you in person and it was just too much and not that interesting. So that's why we're just jumping to the conclusion, or I mean, the end of the video. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and until next time, I hope next week I will see you again. Okay? Take care. Bye.